Hey everyone, I'm here at Brand's build here and just seeing what progress he made. It looked like he hasn't done too much. He's getting ready to put the dome on, which I believe will be a very small task. But yeah, so last time we did a little prank, and yeah, I don't know if Miller found it yet, but kinda would like to be there when he does find it. But nevertheless, we're going to be heading back over to my shindig. My bachelor pad, that's more the word. Shindig is an event. Oh yeah, I finished the cake, by the way. Hello. Fort holds to... Okay. Um, Birchwood. See if there's anything out here for me. Interesting. Well played. I assume this is none other than our friend Bran, and I would assume this means he has found the project. Oh, look at this. He built over there. Okay, so I'm going to look for a sign now. This is in here, so which way? Lost track. I think this is the one we came out of. So bibbity boppity here is the storage thing. Housing and cute little zombie. Oh dear. Alright, so we're gonna run to the top real quick. Yeah, this thing's pretty big. It almost kind of looks like he hasn't finished it though. Or maybe there's just not much detail. Yeah, he didn't finish this. How weak. I swear these kids are amateurs. Alright, well I'm gonna get working on taking this down. I think I could probably just burn it down, to be honest. Might not be the safest thing in the world to do. That's probably what I'll end up doing because I'm too lazy to dig this all out. So I'm going to take care of that and we'll get working on something else for today. Alright, so this is going to be the spot of my customizable enchantment room. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this enchanting table first. I don't know whose it is. Somebody died wandering through here on my base. They happened to be holding it, and I guess they rage quit right afterwards. So I found this here, and it's just been lying around in my base ever since. I was waiting for somebody to come back and claim it. No such luck. I own it now. So that's kind of the big reason I'm making this. Otherwise, I would just be happy using the one over by the skeleton grinder. But that's just a useless fact for you to know. That's the only reason I'm building this, is because I have this stupid enchanting table, and I don't know what to do with it. So it's going to be pretty basic. I'm going to have 15 bookshelves lined up. I'm going to have a switch that rises blocks in between them and the enchanting table. So when the lever is on, the pistons will come up and prevent any of the bookshelves from powering up the enchanting table, so I can get my level 1 enchants that I sometimes do. And then I can turn it off and have the bookshelves going, and that'll help me get level 30 enchantments, because that's pretty much all I do at this point in the game. Usually level 30 enchantments. Sometimes when I'm working on axes and shovels, I like to just go for the level 1 enchants just because I'm really cheap and don't want to spend too many levels. So yeah, I'm going to get worked first on clearing this out because it's going to have a little bit of redstone underneath. So I'll have to clear a space out for that, and then I'll show you a little bit of design for this build. It's going to be very minimalistic. I don't want to make this a huge deal. I don't want it to take up too much space. Space is kind of limited here at Fort Holt, so I'm trying to make the most of it. I'm probably going to end up doing a lot more underground building than I had originally planned on doing, because I don't know how much longer we're going to be on the 1.7 version 4. I may have mentioned this before, but I plan on exploring and building out in other places when 1.8 comes out, because that's when they will extend the borders, and I cannot wait for that, especially because that means more people will be playing, hopefully. Right now, I'm the only one on, and I don't like that. So I hope that when 1.8 comes, we get more land to build on, some new items to play with. We know that's going to happen. And hopefully more friends to play with. So I'm going to get started on clearing out an area to build right here, and we'll get underway. Alright, welcome back. So I pretty much decided that I want to base this enchanting room off this center point right here, where as you can see, I've placed the enchanting table. So what I have to decide now is kind of how I want the entrance to look. I've got all the redstone materials ready. The redstone's going to be really simple, don't worry about that. And basically I can have it walk in here and have the enchanting room and have the things come up and whatnot, or I could have it based this way. So it's pretty arbitrary. I think I'm just going to go right here. No particular reason, I just kind of got to make a decision. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these guys down right here. And so usually when you see these customizable things, they have the sticky pistons underneath wherever the whatchamacallums, the bookshelves would normally be. And I'm going to try something different. I haven't actually tested this out yet, so it might not work, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. The blocks in between those are going to come up. I explained that earlier. We're not going to be pushing any of the bookshelves, just the blocks in between them. So now, just like I would normally do, I gotta throw down these bad boys, and then I can hook it all up with some redstone. So I'll take care of that now, and I'll check back in a second. Or not, you know, I can just stay here. This isn't gonna take too long anyway. I think it's getting late. Just hook that up. Hope I don't have to extend the stream or whatever. That'd be a mild nuisance. Okay, we are going to not have any bookshelves here, so I can tear this up a little. Actually, like, extend it out a little bit. Yeah, I think that should do. Might move that back in a little bit later. It's getting dark, so I'm going to call it a night and finish this up tomorrow. In-game tomorrow, that is, obviously. Do I have any cobble on me? No, I don't. So I'm going to set it to day real quick. Bam. Some more stone. I was just making this for repeater purposes. Get in bed. What was I supposed to do? I think lever. Not button, lever. Alright, so let's just make sure this works. It should. Oh, crack. Just like I was afraid. No big deal. Just gotta make another repeater. I can just do that right now. Click. Nice. Yep, that's all of them. Alright, so now all that's left is to build the area around it. So I'll get the materials for doing that, and I'll cut back in a second. Alright, so if you know anything about me, it's that I build around the stuff that I have, and usually that ends up being this, dark oak wood planks. But if you watched the clip I showed earlier, you know that for some weird reason, I have a lot of this stuff. I have a lot of birchwood planks. So I'll expect to see a lot of that in this build. And I'm going to have to make some, I keep forgetting that word, some bookshelves right up here. And it's just going to be, I want it to be kind of an open thing. I don't want like a dark, crowded room. It's going to be kind of out in the open. It's going to look more like a tent, actually, though I won't have any like wool or anything for fabric. I'm not going to try and make it look like a tent. I just kind of want it to be a wide open thing. I should probably just cover this up right here, especially since I'm going to have stuff covering it. So what I meant to do, but didn't, was craft up some birchwood stairs. So this is apparently the nearest crafting bench. Do I have room for it? Yes, I do. That should pretty much get me through. 16, I thought I made more. Yeah, I'll probably have to go back for more. So, right there is going to be... Can I redstone through that? Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. So, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I'm going to finish filling this out with stairs, and then I'll put in the bookshelves off camera. Alright, so now I'm going to have a quick test run to see if what I've got going on here is good before I go and move on to doing the roof, which is pretty much the last part of it. Looks like I'm going to have to sleep the night away again. I had a lever lying around. or as our English friends like to call it, a lever. Why did I make that lever? I forgot I had a mysteriously high amount of levers. Okay, do we have anything to enchant? Can I enchant these? No, I cannot. Okay, let me grab something real quick to enchant. There's probably some in this chest right here. Pants, perfect. Level 1. There it is. Nailed it. And then we throw that down. Level 30. Perfect. I nailed it. Alright, so sleep the night away again. I feel like I've slept a lot in this video. I think this is only my second time. Yeah, all that chat's still there from before. Yeah, I'm sorry about those stupid chickens. They've just been filing in since I had a bunch of eggs from the wheat farm. Pretty much I just throw them around in the base and the babies spawn and they all manage to wander into that little pit right there. So it's filled with a few sheep, a horse, and some pigs, I think, and a lot of chickens. So my next idea was bam, bam, I think 3 was what I wanted. 3? 3, and we'll build around that, yeah. So bam, 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 3. Oh crap, that scared the crap out of me. The heck? I've been trying to make this mob proof, but it's not working. Obviously they're coming across on the trees because the only way in is over there by the fence gate. That you can't get through if you're a mob. You can't jump on them, that stinks. Alright, so next I'll go make some birchwood stairs for the roof. Surprise, surprise, I'm once again working with birchwood stairs. It's nice though because I have more variety of the woods I have a crap ton of. Because I actually don't have that much oak wood anymore. So I'll need more than 12, but this will be a start. So I'm going to try and have an accent going right here through the center. But I just want to show basically what we're doing. It's going to be very similar to what I had going for the wood shop. But I want to experiment right now with a little hoopla. What does that do? That does nothing. That's stupid. I'm stupid. What if we push it in a block? So, bam, bam. Would that do anything for me? That wouldn't. So then we would go right on top here. And then bam, bam. I don't think I love it. I don't know, I'm going to experiment with this and see how I feel, but it looks a little off. I guess maybe I could try some slabbing. Maybe I could just try putting the normal blocks in, you know? Let me make some more of these real quick. So far, I think it's looking nice. What do you think? So here's how much birch wood, after using a little bit of it, that's how much I have left. Quite a bit. Apparently, I told you earlier, Miller was the guy responsible because we did the hanging dirt roof over his and Secret Pancake's place. Secret Pancake claims he's going to be doing something back to me, though I've yet to see any back to that talk. So, yeah, that looks nice. So I'll basically continue that in over here. Alright, I'll focus on that later. But for now, I was thinking we could try this. See how my heart feels about that. And then bam. I don't know, I kind of like that. Place. I don't know if it's lag or if I'm just stupid. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw on the rest of these guys, and then we'll do something pretty basic for the roof. Then I got one last thing I want to go on to. Actually, 2 last things. See you in a few. Okay, so I have 2 things in my mind for this last bit right here. I might just slab it up on this little square right here, and then have glass in the middle, or just call it a day right here. Or you know what I can do is I can replace these stairs with slabs, And then, actually, that might look really good. I'm going to try that. So I'm going to cut this out in a second. Shouldn't take too long. And then I'll just throw slabs on the side here. I can probably just keep that, quite honestly. Bang, bang, orang, and bippity boppity. Alright, so now, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I could have done some colored glass, but I chose not to. I don't know, I kind of like the look of clear glass, you know? I still appreciate it. Yeah, simple enough, I like it. Do I have any torches on me? Yes, I do. So I'll do this, bam, bam. And I'll probably have, it's not necessary, but I can put one right here if I want to. I think that might look okay. So I'm going to run into Spawn Town. We'll do a little bit of business. We're not going to do a full-out tour like I've done in past episodes, but I'll just talk about two quick things. Alright, so we're here at Whiter's shop. He was on just a second ago. He said, hey, and he logged off right away. And I think he's going to be the first person that I myself patronize. I've been a big seller. As you can see, the shop is still there, and it's actually doing really well. I've gotten maybe, well over between a half stack and a stack of diamonds, and probably about 3 stacks of gold off that bad boy. So it's been selling really well. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. When Miller did that prank I showed earlier, he bought all that birch wood at my shop, and he just left the wood there. So I ended up getting the wood back in plank form for free. He just gave me some diamonds. But I have been extremely stingy, as I've said in the past. I don't like spending diamonds. I don't like using them either. I just kind of like to hoard onto them. In fact, these 2 swords I'm using, I didn't make. I got them off other people. So that's how stingy I am. I don't even like wasting it on myself. Yeah, I found this chest plate I'm using. Point is, I'm stingy, but I'm finally about to patronize a shop. This is Whiter's shop, and he's selling these Silk Touch books for 10 diamonds. I originally thought it was very pricey, and for the longest time didn't buy them. But I tried to get myself a lot of Silk Touch picks, and except for this thing I found off the ground, which is about 4 or 5 clicks away from death, I'm going to finally have Silk Touch in my life, and I'm so excited. And when you factor in all the diamonds and level 30 enchants it would take to get Silk Touch myself, I think it's definitely worth the, where's the pay thing? I think it's definitely worth the 10 diamond investment on getting Silk Touch. Payments, yay! There it goes, bye-bye money. Alright, so now that's taken care of. I made my first purchase on the server, yay! I'm going to show you guys something a guy on the server showed me. It's a resource pack, Alex pack, if you want to know. This texture pack, but he's looking for opinions on it, so I thought I would just show it in my video here and let everyone know what you think. I'm just going to display it a little bit. Here's how the GUI and stuff looks. When you open a chest, it's kind of the same thing. Everything's transparent, which is one of my favorite parts about the pack. It's based off Faithful, so when you go to textures he hasn't yet done, he said it's a work in progress, but he wanted to see some opinions on it. This is what I'm probably 50-50 on right here. The breaking animation, it's all colorful. And I don't think I love it, but it might kind of be nice. It's an interesting way to do the breaking texture. I think I mentioned earlier that this is going to be a future project, by the way, sidetracked. But I'm just going to go show a few things here. Here's the water, and as you can see, this fountain is on the border between a swamp biome and a plains biome. I'm sorry. And so it looks a little weird with this texture pack, but if you have default, it looks fine. So yeah, let's just show off a little bit more of it. I think that's hardened clay right there. This is one of my favorite parts too. The grass is really low and makes for really good visibility. So I'll put the link to the texture pack in the description below, if I can find it. Actually, I might not have it. I'll have to ask. Vengeful Set is the guy who made it. He plays on the server a little bit. Water's very clear though, which is kind of nice. Ooh, lily pads are at an angle. I didn't know that. So I'll see if I can find a description below if you want to try it out for yourself. But I just thought I'd add this in at the end. See what you guys' thoughts are. Vengeful Set is looking for feedback. So if you could tell him what you think, that'd be really great. And I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Living the dream.